Attention passionate New York Giants fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on New York Giants' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true New York Giants fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and New York Giants fans. Let's get to the news. The NFL offseason is always buzzing, but this year, there's a particular piece of news that's really caught everyone's attention. And it's not just a rumor anymore. Word on the street is that the San Francisco 49ers are considering a blockbuster trade involving one of their most indispensable players, Trent Williams, to the New York Giants. Now, I know what you're thinking. Trent Williams? The guy is a true mountain of an offensive tackle, one of the best in the league and perhaps the most dominant force on the line today. And this potential move could reshape not just the Giants' offensive line but the NFC East as a whole. Let's dig into what this means. First, the context. The 49ers, coming off a season that saw them fall just short of the Super Bowl with an 8-9 record, are in a bit of a transitional phase. Post-Shanahan era, they're reevaluating their roster and cap space, especially with some heavy contracts that make future flexibility essential. Trent Williams, a cornerstone of their offensive line, is a veteran with a career that's nothing short of legendary. With 158 starts, a PFF pass block grade of 92.5, and a run block grade of 90.1, Williams has been the anchor that keeps that line solid, even when the team isn't firing on all cylinders. His ability to shut down top pass rushers and open up lanes in the run game is second to none. Imagine a guy like that protecting Daniel Jones, the Giants' quarterback, especially with the team looking to restore their offensive identity after a tough 4-13 season. Now, sources indicate that the 49ers are open to trading Williams for mid-low draft picks, specifically a second-round pick in 2026 and a fourth-round pick in 2027. Why would they do this? Well, it's partly about cap relief. Williams' cap hit for 2025 stands at around $22 million, which is manageable, but the dead cap hit if traded before the season is a hefty $81 million in 2026. The Niners are prioritizing youth and cap flexibility, especially as they look to build around their core and future assets. Moving Williams might seem like a gamble, but they're aiming to reset their cap sheet and gather draft capital to retool for a potential Super Bowl run down the line. From the Giants' perspective, this could be a game changer. The team has struggled with offensive line consistency over the past few seasons, especially after losing Andrew Thomas for part of 2024 due to that ankle injury. The line allowed an average of 40 sacks per game last year, which is a huge obstacle when trying to develop consistency on offense. Adding Williams, who is coming off a season where he played 15 games and only allowed 1 sack with 10 pressures, would be like plugging a leak that's been costing the Giants dearly. His PFF grade for 2025 was an impressive 91.4, and he's shown he can stay healthy, no injuries after his ankle issues in 2024. What does this mean for the Giants' future? Well, first, it provides immediate stability. Williams would instantly elevate the protection for Daniel Jones, giving him more time in the pocket and reducing the pressure that's led to turnovers and sacks. The Giants could see a reduction of around 13 sacks per year, which in turn would open up more opportunities in the run game and help the offense become more balanced. Simply put, Williams is not just a blocker. He's a leader on the field, a guy who can set the tone for the entire line and give the offense a much-needed boost in their quest to improve after back-to-back losing seasons. Moreover, the impact extends beyond just the offensive line. With Williams anchoring the blind side, the Giants' passing game could see a significant boost, especially in the red zone, where efficiency is crucial. His presence is akin to what Terrell Thomas brought to the Saints in their peak seasons, a lockdown figure that opponents have to double-team or scheme around. The potential to increase red zone success by around 22% with a player like Williams on the left side is a game changer, especially considering how crucial those points are in close games. And it's not just about immediate wins. This move could have long-term implications for the Giants' rebuild. Establishing an elite offensive line is the foundation for sustained success. As we saw with the Chiefs in 2021 after they signed Joe Thuney, bolstering the offensive line can lead to a 16% increase in protection, which directly correlates to better quarterback play and more efficient running lanes. The Giants, who struggled with protection last year, could see a similar transformation, especially if they pair Williams with Neal, who they are restructuring to add around $9 million in cap space. Now, let's talk about the broader picture. The Giants are at a crossroads. With a cap space of just over $6 million, they're in a position where strategic moves are essential. A trade for Williams would not only stabilize the line, but also send a message that the Giants are committed to winning now. The team's prospects for 2024 and beyond look promising if they can shore up their protection. Adding Williams would allow them to project an increase of around 850 yards for their rushing attack, similar to what we saw with elite offensive lines in the past. This would help Saquon Barkley and the running game get back to their explosive ways, which is crucial for the offensive identity under Brian Daboll. Looking at the odds, the Giants' Super Bowl chances, which were at plus 15-0, could see a significant shift. If they manage to land Trent Williams, those odds could tighten to around plus 6,500. It's a massive upgrade, and it could position the Giants as serious contenders in the NFC, especially if the offensive line becomes the fortress it needs to be. And let's not forget, with Williams on board, the Giants would also have a veteran presence that could help groom younger players on the line, solidifying their future protection plans. Of course, no move is without risk. The Giants will have to give up draft picks and absorb some of Williams' hefty contract, but the potential payoff, turning their offensive line into an impenetrable wall, boosting their run and pass game, and setting a tone for a winning culture, makes this a trade worth considering. It's reminiscent of other strategic moves in NFL history, where a veteran lineman's acquisition turned around a team's fortunes, like Yanda in Baltimore or Kels in Kansas City. The Giants could be on the verge of a similar transformation if this trade comes to fruition. In conclusion, this potential trade involving Trent Williams could be the catalyst the Giants need to finally stabilize their offensive line and take the next step towards consistent playoff appearances and Super Bowl contention. It's an exciting possibility that has fans dreaming of a more dominant, balanced, and resilient team. The Giants have shown resilience in the past, and bringing in a player of Williams' caliber would reinforce that mindset. Whether it's a bold move or just a rumor at this point, the impact of such a deal would resonate throughout the NFC East and the entire league. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest New York Giants news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. So what do you think? Are the Giants really in the mix to pull off this blockbuster trade? Would Trent Williams be the missing piece to finally make the Giants' offense unstoppable? And how do you see this impacting the NFC East battle in 2024? I want to hear your thoughts. Drop them in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Giants organization. Keep the faith, stay tuned for more updates, and as always, let's keep pushing forward because the Giants are on the rise. More news, more analysis, and more reasons to be excited about the future of our team are coming your way soon. Thanks for sticking with us, and remember, this is just the beginning of what could be a very exciting chapter for the New York Giants.